Alright, should be able to pull this thing up and out now. I think I gotta get it through those old pipes still. So I can probably lift it up, out, and this should be good. So, there's the kitchen, all torn out. And now I'll show you what I got set up downstairs. Not too bad, eh? So I've shown on some of the videos now, there's these things that look like baseboard heaters, but they just carry water pipes inside. And I've taken this one out already that was running the copper lines to the kitchen sink. These are some old lines that run under the joists, or between the joists under the floorboards to the basement. And originally I couldn't place why they would have done this, but now I've sort of got a theory. So you could see this is like that down that way would be where the kitchen is, and they have these old lines here just cut, not even capped or anything. They're just laying there, and then same thing over here. There's two old lines that would have went, I guess, to the bathroom. But they then rerouted it, and they've got these elbows in, and it's being sent up to where that baseboard heater is, and then gone over to the kitchen. And I was thinking when I redo the kitchen, I'll probably just rerun plastic PEX down through the joists and back up through the floorboards. But now I'm thinking maybe what happened is they've had a unit in the past or something in the complex, because this just goes right up to the parking garage, and those pipes will just be sitting sort of over top there, and it's not conditioned space. So I'm thinking maybe a unit in the past is flooded or something from a frozen pipe. And maybe they've just decided to cut them all and then reroute all the water pipes and those baseboard heater things to keep them sort of in conditioned space. So that's probably a good catch. Don't want to end up doing the same thing, but that does kind of make it a bit tougher because I'm not going to have many inside walls, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to reroute those pipes and keep them under conditioned areas. Alright, the top priority for today right now is to get these two pipes properly capped off so I can actually turn my water back on. So I'm going to try and do that soldering right now with just my little torch here because I don't have the proper one for a propane one, so we'll get her going and see what happens. So I can't find the last fluxing brush I had, and I forgot to buy one, so just using the side of this flathead here. I already roughed up this one. I'm just going to rub some more flux all around there. Screwdriver, see what happens. Alright, this will be kind of the first time soldering for actual living space stuff. So I got that cleaned up and fluxed, and I got that cap on. I think that's a lot of excess. I'll probably just wipe away for now. Yeah, let's get this thing heated up and see what happens. Alright, so I've got both those lines capped now. I'm going to start trying to pressure up the system sort of slowly. I don't want to bring it all up on once just in case, because there's a lot of air in the system and something could pop. So I'm going to open this just a crack. That's the main shut-off for the house. Alright, so I just went through the main floor and the top floor, and I turned all the fixtures on, let all the air kind of purge out both the hot and cold water lines. So there should be hopefully no air in the system now. And I'm going to open this up and until it kind of hear it stop going, and at that point it should be at full pressure. So as long as those fittings I saw around there hold them, it should be good. Sounds like it's still kind of filling up here, building pressure. Nothing's popped yet. It's probably, oh, okay, I'm sure it's expanding the water heater tank a bit. Alright, now it's stopped. So we'll close it back and then open it up like kind of a quarter, half turn. And just let it sit there for a bit. That way if it does pop, there won't be too much flowing, and we'll just let it sit there for a while. Alright, it's been a couple minutes now with that supply valve fully opened, and these caps are holding pretty well. I've just kind of cleaned them up. I've heard that flux, if you leave it on, can corrode the pipes over time, so just clean those up nice and good. And I think that's a hydro test pass. So the other issue I just came across is that this vent for the washing machine drain comes up here and then follows along this floor joist. Get the light on. Right next to this duct, and goes that way toward our kitchen here. Now there's that duct that was beside it. It runs, that ABS pipe runs this way and turns and goes into this this stack here, which is the vent also for what was the kitchen sink. And so the issue now is when I take this wall out, now I have to figure out how to reroute that washing machine drain vent. So I gotta start plumbing in my sink downstairs, my temporary kitchen sink, and instead of going out and buying all new fittings, I figure I'll salvage a couple of fittings from the old drain line. So I'll take that 45 there. Alright, so I got those two fittings from there. I'm just gonna take them downstairs now. So before I get my drain plumbed in for the kitchen sink, I'm just gonna cut this granite countertop down. But I got my diamond tip saw here, so shouldn't be any issue getting that cut down to size, so we'll give it a go. Yeah, so obviously that was just a joke. This is just that shitty Formica countertop stuff. Yeah, you all know I can't afford granite or diamond tip saws, so yeah, that's what we got. Well, now I'm thinking I probably should have checked back behind here before I stole those tees off the vents that apparently I don't need now, because there is this old pipe which maybe went to a sort of set tub or something next to the washer. And really, I could probably just send that pipe back more and then catch the drain this way. The other benefit of doing it this way, where I use that existing pipe, is, and I mean it doesn't really matter because if you see the electrical video, it's not like I'm really doing anything to code for this temporary kitchen, but the benefit is I got that P-trap that'll already be under the sink, and really you shouldn't be tying in like to another P-trap there. So if I was tying in there, you know, that's not good. You can siphon out the other trap, although it is a pretty decent run, so it's not like likely, but this way I won't actually be tying into the P trap. It'll be off of that T there, so should be a bit, you know, more to code. This is like the third time I've done this, so it's probably gonna be pretty sloppy. So I just trimmed the cap off of this pipe here that I'm going to be using. And well, this was actually angled down, and I don't know why. So I flipped it back up before I started cutting, but this still turned in a pretty nasty job, and it's starting to stink, so I better get this this whole job closed up soon. So that actually is quite a bit of pipe segment to not have supported, so I just grabbed one of these. So somehow that pipe actually all lined up pretty well in there, and yeah, just gotta kind of screw it on and then we're pretty much good to go.